Hello everyone. We have so much to discuss, and if you're new here or don't know anything about me, I am a little bit of a talker, a little bit. Also, again, if the lighting goes in and out, I'm in front of my window. This is the best that I can do. It is either literally now or never for me to film this video, and I also was just so excited to sit down and talk to you guys and show you everything that I got at Book Bonanza. This was my first book signing ever, and I really started it off with like a bang because this is obviously basically I'm pretty sure the biggest book signing that happens, at least in the US, and there were so many authors there, so many friends. Like the amount of people who I met in real life after knowing them just, virtually, like on the internet, is crazy. So I just want to give a shout out to literally all of my friends who I saw at Book Bonanza, whether you were from Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. I met so many people. I also met people in passing who like said that they followed me, and that was really crazy. I just had such an amazing experience. I really did. And before I get into all of the books that I got, I just want to let you know I went to the signing actually as an author assistant. So I did not get tickets when they originally first launched. And I was like, okay, I know some of my friends who are going as author assistants. Maybe I can go as an author assistant. And I didn't personally reach out to anyone. However, many months later, I get an email from none other than Melanie Harlow herself, asking me if I wanted to be her second assistant at Book Bonanza. I mean, what was I gonna do? Say no? It's literally Melanie Harlow, and if you know, you know. She's one of my favorite authors in the entire world, and her actual assistant, Christy, who is also Read Between the Lines on Instagram and TikTok, she is so wonderful. I really feel so lucky that I was part of the best team. Melanie is so incredible. I want to be her when I grow up. Like, not only is she just like a beautiful Barbie doll, she is so chill, so lovely, so real, and just talking to her about, book releases and just like her career and just like the trends in the industry and what has shifted. It was so interesting, and that's what I love. I love talking to authors and just other people in this community about like their experience and picking their brains. So I just overall like couldn't have asked for a better experience, honestly. Now we will get into, you don't even see them, but there are stacks of books here, and I can't wait to tell you the story behind a lot of them, because basically almost all of these books have really fun stories. So let me just wrap up this intro and let's get right on into my Book Bonanza haul and a little bit more about my experience. Okay, so this first little stack is all going to be the books that I brought from home to get signed. So because I literally went on the plane with just my carry-on bag and like my purse, like my larger purse, I did not really have the room to bring a lot of books. I mean, that wasn't the plan, to like bring a lot of books from my personal collection to get signed. There were really just a very small handful of books that I brought to get signed, and I did end up getting them all signed. So I guess the question is, which one do we start with? So the first book that I brought from home is My Final Offer by Lauren Asher. If you know, you know, this is my favorite Lauren Asher book. This is also one of my favorite books of all time. This book means a lot to me, and Lauren just as a person means a lot to me in general. She was actually Melanie's neighbor, so the way the booths were set up on our side of the signing floor, it was in this giant room. It was literally, Ashley Jade was here, and I would just like to say her and her two assistants were so lovely. They were so nice. Then it was Melanie in the middle, and right next to us was Lauren. And I messaged Lauren when I saw the map. I was like, Lauren, we're neighbors. I'm so excited. I've been mutual friends with Lauren for a minute now. She is literally so nice. So I was so excited to see her in person because she is one of my special author pals. And I joked with her. I was like, I want you to sign my book, Kelly, sorry for making you cry, because this book did give me multiple meltdowns. Like I said, it's a very special book to me. It's one of my favorite books of all time. And she did, in fact, sign it. Kelly, sorry for making you cry, smiley face, Lauren Asher. I love having books that are not only personalized to me, but then also when they have really special, like, messages in there. Again, it just makes the book even more special. So I'm so, so happy to have this. And then also as a gift from Lauren, she mentioned sending these to me so long ago and she never did. And I was just like, honestly, that's fine. She's Lauren Asher. She's busy. She's literally finishing up her next release. She doesn't need to send me pens and notepads. But then I see her at the signing and she was like, Kelly, wait, I have your stationery for you. So what is this? These were in the Bloom PR packages that they sent out to influencers. I was not on Bloom's PR list at the time. I was trying so hard and I was so jealous of people who were getting the Bloom editions of the Dreamland Billionaire series in PR, and it came with these little notepads that literally say, from the desk of Rowan Kane and from the desk of Declan Kane. Declan is actually my favorite Kane brother. I mean, honestly, Final Offer and Terms and Conditions are at a dead tie for like my favorite Lauren Asher book, but really Final Offer just means a little bit more to me for personal reasons. But I love Terms and Conditions, and I love the fine print as well. I cannot believe that she remembered to give these to me, and I just love Lauren Asher so much with my entire heart. Like, I really do. She is the cutest, she is the nicest, and I'm trying to convince her to come to New York so we can hang out some more, and I just love, love, love my Lauren Asher to bits. Another author who I love to bits and pieces, and I wasn't originally going to bring this book with me to get signed, but I did want to read it on the plane when I had downtime because I was supposed to finish this arc before I saw her at Book Bonanza. That didn't happen because I am a slow physical reader. But anyways, this is my copy of The Long Game by Elena Armas. They were actually giving out a whole bunch of these copies at Book Bonanza. I did get a copy from the publisher beforehand, like 2 weeks before Book Bonanza, and I was like, oh, Elena, I need you to sign my book. So she did. She wrote another special message. Elena is another one of my very, very special book friends. I love her so much. I'm like halfway through this book, and when I tell you I'm absolutely loving it, it's making me smile. It's giving everything that it has to give. I tell you, it's so good, people. It's like double grumpy. He's a British soccer player. She ends up in this small town and they have to coach this like girls soccer team. It's literally so cute. You're going to die when this book comes out. I swear, I am obsessed. And then another author who, when I saw the map and saw that they were literally right by Melanie where we were going to be, I low-key was hyperventilating because I was like, what do you mean one of my all-time favorite authors is going to be right there and there's a very high chance that I'm going to meet her? And that author is Sierra Simone. If you know, you know. I love Sierra Simone. Like, I read the Priest series from her and I was like, oh yeah, I love this series. They're so good. Then I read New Camelot by her, which is American Queen, American Prince, and American King. Fell in love. This is one of my favorite series of all time. It's MMF. It's perfection. Anyways, I did have the indie version of American Queen. I actually have 2 copies of this, so I actually am going to give away my other indie copy, but I brought my American Queen from home to get signed, and this is just says to Kelly, and then the note in here, it says, welcome to a new kind of fairy tale, Sierra Simone, and I like can't believe I have this. And then also she gave away Salt in the Wound, which she signed. This is the prequel to her new series that's coming out that starts with Salt Kiss, and again, it's an MMF series, takes place in the same world as New Camelot. I'll never forget that Thursday when we were setting up, because again, as an assistant, I got to, you know, go into the signing room early because obviously we had to set up the booth, take it down, etc., etc. So everyone was setting up on Thursday evening for a little bit, and I think I was telling Melanie, I was like, oh, I love Sierra Simone, etc. And she was like, oh my God, let me get her. Melanie and Sierra are actually very, very good friends. Literally my picture that I have with Sierra Simone, Melanie took that picture, and then I took pictures of her with Sierra, and I ran into Sierra a few times. But anyways, that Thursday, Melanie brings over Sierra, and I was just like, I like didn't know what to do. Like I didn't know how to function because I was just like, I love you so much. You don't understand. American King made me cry on the parkway. I was listening to the audiobook. I was sobbing. Ash is one of my favorite characters. I love her, you know, etc., etc. I just fangirl. And she was just so delightful. She is so, 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 so sweet. So nice, such an easy person to talk to. I definitely just like probably rambled to her all of the times that I ran into her, but meeting her was really, really special. I collect her books. Literally, I think I own basically every special edition that you can find of her books, and I just adore her. This is a prized possession for me. Next, we actually have my last book that I brought from home, but this will also lead into books that I purchased at the signing. And you would never guess, do you see that? That says, I think it just says like, I love Ruby Dixon or something. That's right. That's right, people. I know so many of my friends who were there. We were all so excited to see Ruby Dixon, and I didn't realize that I guess this was Ruby's first signing like ever. Like this is the first time that she's ever like shown her face, etc., etc. And I was nervous because I was like, she is so popular. Am I gonna have the time to go over and see her? Like I know as an assistant we have some time, you know, during setup before the signing starts to like walk around, say hi, but I just really was convinced that I wasn't gonna see her, but I did bring my out of print Ice Planet Barbarians anyway. And then I walked over to actually pick up another pre-order and see other people who we'll talk about later, but I saw she was signing books like for another assistant, and I was like, oh my god, I had my book on me. So I walked over and I was like, hi, and she was so lovely. She was so cute. Her team was so cute. She was like so shocked to see the out of print cover. She was like, oh my god, I love this so much. She was like, I don't even have this. And I was like, oh my god, Ruby Dixon doesn't even have the out of print indie versions of some of her books. But anyway, so this one she signed, put my name in it. It says Kelly, love the OG cover. Like I just love that she put, you know, a sweet little message in there. And the best is Ruby Dixon had all of this swag at her table, you know, as you can see. I think I literally blacked out, again, being in her presence and being there, that all I took was this barbarian alien bookmark. It's really cute. I love her little bookmarks. Again, I have a lot of these illustrated bookmarks from my PRO box, and they're so cute. And I probably should have taken more swag. It's literally like I saw Ruby Dixon at a book signing, and all I got was a bookmark. But that is my own fault. That is my own fault. To wrap up with Ruby Dixon and being so happy that I could get what I wanted from her, because I didn't think I was going to get these, because I didn't know if I was going to have the time. But I was able to get both of her signing exclusives. They're so beautiful. Like these, I 100% believe are Book Bonanza exclusives. I don't think she's gonna ever have them again. Who knows? But this one is The King's Spinster Bride. I love the cover. It's just so gorgeous. When they let me buy them at the table, I was like shaking. I was so happy because I'm so obsessed. And then this one is The Half Orc's Maiden Bride. It's funny, Jess over at Peace Love Books had the same problem in her copy, and I feel like maybe she stopped doing this after. But when she personalized our books, she did sign it on like the step back page. So it did kind of bleed through to the artwork on it. I don't really mind it because also the same artwork is like there as well, so it's okay. But they are personalized. They have really cute, you know, little messages in them as well, and I am just so excited. Like they literally have okay. So what I'm seeing is it's like pre-signed there with Ruby Dixon, and then she also personalized it too. So that was really special, and I'm just obsessed. I'm obsessed. And honestly, the Ruby Dixon girls, we had a great time. I'm really happy for us. I know all of my girls who wanted to see Ruby had wonderful experiences, and I just can't wait. I can't wait to read even more of Ruby's backlist. because I love her. And for some random books that I got for free at the signing, in the welcome bag, the book that you got was The Unwanted Marriage by Katerina Mora. I actually already have an ARC copy of this book, a physical copy, so look out for this in a giveaway. The Atria team gave me a copy of the new Lisa Jewell book. This one is called None of This Is True. I have no idea what this is about, but the cover is really cool, and again, Lisa Jewell is a thriller author. The other book in like the swag bag that everyone got is called The Pawn by Skye Warren. I mean, listen, I love that it's nice and short, so very much am looking forward to seeing what this is about. Ooh, it says A Forbidden Auction. How exciting. Shout out to Atria Publishing. I love them so much. Like I said, I know girls who work there and they are absolute delights. When I was over there talking to them, they were like, oh, do you have the new Hannah Grace? I was like, no. I was like, I would love the new Hannah Grace. And I do know they were giving this book out as well, but I did get the art copy of Wildfire by Hannah Grace. Ooh. I am so excited for this book. Immediately going on my summer TBR list, as it is about, you know, a summer camp, people at a summer camp. This is the follow-up to Icebreaker, follows characters who were an icebreaker. So I was very excited to get this. Then the remaining books that I have are pre-orders. I only pre-ordered from 2 authors. Then I have a handful of books that were so kindly gifted to me. And then I have books here that I purchased. So first up, I had to get the signing exclusive book that Sarah Kate does, which is Illicit. I actually don't know anything about this book, but I love Sarah Kate with my entire heart. In my book, She Said Kelly, it was so good to see you. I literally have been mutuals with Sarah for a minute. I adore her. I ran into her at the bar, and she is so funny, and I just really adore Sarah so much, and I just wish her all of the continued success because she is such a gem. She's so easy to talk to. We bond about like Taylor Swift and all of that, so I was really happy that I got to see her and grab this book, you know, before things got crazy. So Sarah Kate is just, like I said, a gem. I love her. This is so pretty, so I was so happy to get this. From another one of my favorite people, I had to stop over to the QB Tyler table. Also, her assistants were my friends, Tanya and Alexandra. You can see pictures with them on my Instagram. Team QB Tyler was just the best. I love QB as well. I was so happy to see her in person. And to complete my Unconditional collection, I literally have all versions of Unconditional now. I have the hardcover, the Eternal Embers version, the Hello Lovely version, and then now I have the People cover. Can you tell what my favorite QB Tyler book is? So I have this. She signed it to Kelly, and I was so excited to pick this up from her. Honestly, if I had more time, I probably could have shopped more from QB Setup because I think her books, like her discreet covers, are really gorgeous and everything. But I just had time to grab this one, so I'm very happy that I did. So I wasn't sure if I was going to get this because my other friend who actually saw me on the Melanie Harlow line, she was like, oh, I don't know how many of these she had left. And I was like, damn it. I mean, these will apparently be on her website. I tried to find them on her website now, and Tilly, the link is not working. Anyways, my friend Cassandra, who is Romance and Rosé on TikTok, on Instagram, she's so lovely. She pops over to the Melanie Harlow table, and she literally just hands me my book. She hands me this hardcover. This is Sick Fucks, which is my favorite Tilly Cole book. This book is very dark, very disturbing. It is not for everyone, but I read it and I absolutely loved it. I think this cover with the art on it, so it has Rabbit and Dolly, I low-key think that this is so ugly that it's cute. Like, the art is just so unique, and I love character art on books, and I'm just absolutely, like, I'm literally obsessed with this. This is another prized possession, and also I'm freaking out. I'm like, okay, maybe it'll be signed. It is actually personalized. It has Kelly in it, so I'm really just like shaking in my boots over it. It also came home with me on the carry-on because I was like, I cannot have this baby shipped because I love it so much. Okay, then this next stack of books here are going to be books that were so kindly gifted to me there. Like I said, I just have the best friends in this community. I just know the best authors. I'm like mutuals with just the best people, and I love them all so, so much. So that was really kind that these people gifted me their books. I mean, first up, like maybe this isn't a shock that I did get this gifted to me, but Melanie Harlow did have a signing exclusive hardcover for Ignite, and let me tell you, the camera doesn't do this justice. Like seeing it in person, Christy and I were just like, oh, it is absolutely gorgeous. Oh my God, I'm dying because my Sophie Lark is in here. My Sophie Lark art. But it does say Ignite Book Bonanza 23 in it. I will say, if you want this, it will be available on Mel's website eventually, but it's just so beyond stunning. I love Ignite. It is one of my favorite Melanie books. Single Dad, Neighbor, probably her most popular book for good reason. So I'm so excited to have this for my collection. It's just stunning, 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 stunning. So obviously, thank you, Melanie, for gifting this to me. Quickly, this Sophie Lark art I actually got from one of her assistants, Maya, who was so lovely. She is Maya Reads Spice on TikTok and Instagram. She was so cute. I saw her at the bar and I was like, oh, all I want is Miko and Nessa art from Stolen Air, which is my favorite Sophie Lark book. And she was like, oh yeah, I'll save it for you. And Sophie's booth was like kind of by Melanie's, like she wasn't too far away, but I really never had the chance to walk over to Sophie's booth, even though I did run into her and her husband, you know, just walking around the resort. They are so nice. And then Maya comes up to me at literally the end of the signing on Friday, and she's like, here you go. And I was screaming. I was like, thank you so much. So I do have this beautiful print of Miko and Nessa, and I love this so much. And it was so kind because I truly walked over being like, okay, I'm gonna buy this version for me, and actually Christy wanted it as well, from Devney Perry. This is the signing exclusive of Indigo Ridge, another book that will be available on her website eventually down the road, but this cover is so freaking sick. It has like a cowboy on it. It's so beautiful. And when we walked over, again, I was like, I'm gonna pay for it. Devney like looked over and she was like, oh, that's for Kelly and Christy. It's a gift, and she kindly gifted this to us. It is just signed inside, Devney Perry. I also got the Quincy, Montana postcard as well. I couldn't get like a second one of this, which is fine, and this one I'm actually sending to a friend. So Teresa, if you see this, like I said, I have your postcard. Thank you so much, Devney, for this. This is another very special book. I love Indigo Ridge. My favorite Precious Angel is Catherine Cowles, who I met so briefly. So basically the lineup, it was like Ruby Dixon, QB Tyler, then H.G. Carlton, Catherine Cowles, Candy Steiner. Like it was a whole line of them, of all of these like really, you know, popular people in a row. So I had to pick up my Gianna Darling pre-order, and then I was so excited. Who do I see? My Catherine Cowles. No picture with her. Again, I feel like I saw her so briefly. And I even was telling Jess, I was like, Jess, does she have a lot of extras of the signing exclusives? Because I totally missed her pre-order form, and she did. I walk over, I'm like, Catherine, I want the signing exclusives. And she grabbed them, she signed them, and I was ready, you know, to pay, and she gifted them to me. And that is so nice. I love Catherine Cowles so much. So obviously, you know, just to Kelly, Catherine. So these are the signing exclusives of Tattered Stars, which is the first book in her Tattered and Torn series. I love the Tattered and Torn series so much. And then this one, The Whispers of You, gorgeous. One thing about me is I'm a slut for a Catherine Cowles cover. I think her covers, Regular People and Discreet, are all stunning, stunning across the board. And The Whispers of You especially. This is the first book, you know, in her new Lost and Found series. Love this book as well. It's just insane. These are so, so gorgeous. So thank you to Catherine for gifting these to me. If you like small town romance with suspense, please check out Catherine Cowles. I really love her. Another person who I really love, like so much, like I'm not kidding you, hanging out with them was such a pleasure. Her and her husband actually are the cutest. At the tail end of Saturday, at the end of the signing, the last day when we were all cleaning up, I couldn't find her booth when I was walking around because I knew she had a whole bunch of like swag and like art prints, and I really just wanted the art prints because one thing about Kat Singleton is she does a really cute art print. So I ran over and I found her booth literally as people were leaving, as we're packing up, you know, the assistants, the authors, we're leaving. I was like, Kat, I found you. And she was like, oh my God, hi. And like her and her husband, she had a couple of boxes to pack up. I was like, I wanted the art print. I actually don't know where the art prints are that I got from her, but she gave me the art print that goes with Black Ties and White Lies. And then she also gave me 2 art prints that go with Rewrite Our Story. And again, like I said, Kat is she's an angel. She's so effing funny and I'm just obsessed with her. And when she gives me the art prints, she was like, oh, do you want a book? I was like, oh yeah. I was like, I'll absolutely get a book from you. I was like, oh yeah, Black Ties and White Lies. And literally the box was right there. And I was like, oh, I'll pay you. And she was like, no, you don't have to pay me. And so this again was so kindly gifted to me by Kat. Says to Kelly, such a good girl. This just came out on audio, which I'm so excited to listen to the audiobook as soon as possible. I was waiting for this to come out on audio, and I didn't get the signing exclusive from her, which is what I was also trying to get, but she's gonna have it at Vegas. I'll see her at Love in Vegas. She's just so delightful and a wonderful person. So please, if you haven't put Kat Singleton books on your radar, please do. Again, I was so happy to get this gifted to me. I love this cover. I think it's so freaking cute. And then these are just random damaged unicorn copies that I shouldn't have even taken from Melanie, but I did. And like Christy and Melanie were like, just take them, please take them. And I was like, fine. But anyways, this is a Ignite with like a little tear on the cover. And actually what like makes this a unicorn copy is this book is glossy when it is supposed to be matte. Sometimes when you order from these printers and you order in bulk, not every book is 100% correct. So this is kind of a unicorn copy. And same thing with this Make Me Yours. This is also glossy. This is book 2 in her Bellamy Creek series. This is supposed to be matte. It's glossy. Also had a touch of damage in the corner as well. None of these books are signed or anything, but they are just, little unicorn copies. So I grabbed them. We will see what I do with them, but I did take these with me. Okay, and finally, this haul / book bonanza experience is coming to an end. I have the 2 authors that I pre-ordered for. I only pre-ordered from 2 authors because, like I said, I was an assistant. I was not going under the impression that I was going to get a whole bunch of books, that I was going to buy a lot of books. I was like, who am I going to pre-order from? I'm going to be busy assisting, but I was like, okay, these, like, I can definitely probably at some point, pick up my pre-orders beforehand from, these people. And obviously I could, no problem. And the first person who I pre-ordered from, because she did have really cute signing exclusives, was Katerina Mora again. So she has these, as you can see, foiled editions. And again, they are signing exclusives. And they came in this most precious little bag. One thing about Katerina Mora is we have very similar aesthetics. Like, she loves a floral. Her whole booth was like a flower wall, and she was so cute. I ran into her a couple times. She was so nice. I ran into her at the bar. We were talking for a bit. She's literally just so cute and precious and wore the cutest little outfits and is easily the smallest person I've ever seen. So the foiled books that I got were The Unwanted Marriage, The Temporary Wife, and The Wrong Bride. I mean, these covers are stunning in general, but like these foiled editions, especially like seeing them in the light right now, are so pretty. Have I read anything by Katerina Mora yet? No. Do I know an abundance of friends who love her books? Yes. And am I confident that I'm gonna like her books? Yes. So I just really wanted these. They were so pretty. I love a floral. I really do. And I think Katerina does a floral really well. Like, they're just breathtaking. I don't think they're personalized. Oh no, they do. They do say to Kelly. Oh my God, that's so cute. So yes. And actually my friend Amanda from the Last Chapter Bookshop was Katerina's assistant. So it was really cute to see her there as well. And then finally, honestly, the moment you've been waiting for, I saved the most special for last. I did get pre-orders from Gianna Darling, which means that I did in fact get to meet, actually on multiple occasions, Gianna, darling. Don't ask me how I'm alive. I'm not alive. Also, I would like to give a shout out. I didn't get any books from her, but I did run into her multiple times. My beloved Pam, my Pammy Godwin, she is a very special person to me as well. And she is someone who I like almost low-key teared up talking to her because I just think not only is she a beautiful person, I think her mind is so beautiful and she's so talented and she is everything and more. And the fact that I ran into her multiple times and she knew who I was, you know, from social media and stuff was just really special. So shout out to Pam Godwin. I love you so much. Literally one of my favorite people, my beloved Pammy. And it's funny that we talk about Gianna where I can't lift my foot up. I can't do it. But if you, you will see on my Instagram, I'll post pictures of it. I did just get a tattoo for this book. So, you know, you could say I'm a Gianna Darling person. You could say I'm a Welcome to the Dark Side Fallen Men person. Like you could just say it. I mean, if you know, you know, this is my favorite book of all time. So obviously I had to pre-order some books from Gianna. So I did just order a fresh new paperback for Welcome to the Dark Side because I have my own copy, but honestly that copy is really well loved because this is my book that I grab when I just need to like feel something. I'll like bust out my Daddy Zeus. So this copy is really special because not only is it signed by Gianna, there is another signature in here, and that is from my man, Jason Clark on the track. I love Jason Clark. He is my favorite male narrator in general, and he is the voice of Daddy Zeus on the audiobook, and he is the perfect man for the job. So I did get to meet him briefly. I literally like ran over to him because narrators had their own little section too, and they were signing and talking to people, and I was like, Jason, hi, I actually interviewed you. It's Kelly. I interviewed you on my friend Jess's from Peace Love Books, her YouTube, and like I do think he actually did know who I was. So nice. So he signed my book, and he's lovely, and we have no choice but to stan Jason Clark, and this is one of my prized possessions, as I have both Gianna's signature in here, and I mean Daddy Zeus himself. So basically, long story short, the first time that I met Gianna it just would happen this way, instead of me just going up to her and getting my pre-order, you know, when I had time before the signing started. It was like, I'm not kidding you, it must have been 1 o'clock in the morning. 1:30 in the morning down at the bar. A lot of us were hanging at the bar. A lot of authors were at the bar. So actually behind me, it was QB Tyler and Katarina Mora were talking. I already talked to them and everything. And I don't even remember who I was talking to in front of me at the bar. And who just strolls into the bar right behind me, walk up right behind me, looking like a beautiful angel. I didn't see her all day. I didn't see her during setup. I didn't see her walking around. I didn't see her anywhere. And she just walks in, gets behind me. She's very good friends with QB Tyler. And so they were talking. And I was just like, I said this to the person in front of me. I was like, it's fucking Gianna Darling. I was like, Gianna Darling is right behind me. This is insane. I had my Daddy Zeus bracelet that someone, well, not someone, my friend Elisa made me. I don't know if you can see. I have all of my friendship bracelets too. These are all my friendship bracelets that I got, by the way. Thank you if you gave me a friendship bracelet. I love my friendship bracelets. Honestly, I could do a whole thing in and of itself of where my friendship bracelets came from, and maybe I'll talk about it on my Instagram stories because I don't want this video to be 1,000 minutes long. Obviously, I was not going to interrupt her conversation, but then as time passed and another reader went up to her and like talked to her and like got a picture, I turned around and I was like, okay. I was like, maybe now I can like say hi. And I was like, hi, Jenna. I literally, what a ramble. I must have rambled for, I don't even know. But I was like, hi, Gianna. I'm Kelly. I love you so much. I was like, I'm wearing my Daddy Zeus bracelet. I was like, Welcome to the Dark Side is my favorite book of all time. I was like, I'm literally getting a tattoo for the book next week. I'm not kidding you. And she was like, oh my God, are you kidding me? That's so incredible. Like, I mean, you could tell that she was just like taken aback, like, but in a good way, that someone was like getting a tattoo for her book. She was like, please send me pictures and like whatever. And she was just so lovely and so nice. And I got a picture with her. And then I was like, oh, I pre-ordered books from you. I was like, I'm an assistant with Melanie Harlow, you know, so I'll come over. And she was like, yes, come over. I think after like 1 o'clock, come over. We'll get your pre-order and everything. So then the next day I did get to go over and see her again. We're just having a lovely conversation, and she's such an angel, and she's so nice. And obviously Gianna Darling is one of my favorite authors of all time. Clearly, she's everything. So I just pre-ordered from her the Fallen Men hardcovers. So I have Good Gone Bad, Lessons in Corruption. I already owned a Welcome to the Dark Side, so obviously I just wanted one with my name in it. So I do have 2 copies of this, but again, this one is signed. And then I got an Inked in Lies. I love this one. Again, I love these Fallen Men lady hardcovers. When she said she was going to have them available, I was like, you know what, Gianna, take my money. My money is yours. So I did have just a really lovely time meeting her. Again, she is so, so sweet. And yeah, seeing her was really special. And I just, you know, I have a tattoo now for her book. So I gotta send the pictures to her assistant. I think I'll send them to, because I do have the assistant's info. Her assistant is very, very nice, by the way. All right, people, that was it. I feel like this was such a long video, but again, I just had such an incredible time at Book Bonanza. Not only was it amazing to meet and talk to so many wonderful authors, I literally met so many authors who I didn't even get pictures with, but like I just met at the bar, and they were just so chill and cool, like Candy Steiner, M. Robinson, Nikki Sloan I ran into really quickly, which was amazing because I love her. Just so many people, and everyone was so, so lovely. Like I was saying, it's not fair that these authors are so gorgeous and so nice. Like, why can't one of them be kind of rude? Every single one of them was absolutely gorgeous. And I have so many pictures on my Instagram of the authors and the friends who I met, because again, like so many people who I met in person. Like I literally saw my friend Isabella. Hi Isabella, if you're watching this, Mexican Bells. She's literally one of my best friends. So meeting her in person, I was just like, oh my God, she's real. Seeing Jess was so special. Again, all of the YouTube girls like Caitlin, McKay, Cheyenne, Ava, Victoria, Tori, like literally everyone. And again, seeing followers in the wild as well was actually crazy. Like actually crazy that people wanted their picture with me. With me! You already know what I'm going to say again. Melanie Harlow is the best. She was the best person to assist. I adore her so, so much. She has a new book coming out in August that's called Hideaway Heart, and the main character in it may or may not be named Kelly. And it may or may not be, you know, inspired by a certain Kelly who you're watching right now. Please pick up a Melanie Harlow book. Just do it. Do it for me. Do it for me, please. I hope you enjoyed this haul. If you have any questions about anything, feel free to leave it below. And if you like this video, please make sure to comment, like, and subscribe. It means the world to me. Share this video. Do the works. All of my other socials will be linked down below if you would like to follow me anywhere else, like TikTok, Instagram, Goodreads, the works. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!